Greetings, this is Ralph K. Ginorio, trying the new technology. I'm reporting on what could be the end of the American Republic, with barking. When the Roman Republic fell, it didn't fall all at once. It started in stages and it happened slowly. The key event was the destruction of the rule of law. The destruction of the rule of law was evidenced by the assassination of two tribunes, Tiberius and Gaius Gracchus. Now, tribunes served the function of union leaders today. They were to protect the plebeians and to keep them from being abused by the patricians. So they had the power of veto. They could stop any law they wanted. And they were inviolate. They could do and say anything, and no one could touch them under pain of death. Well, around 100 years before Christ, on separate occasions, Tiberius and Gaius Gracchus were elected to the position of tribune. And their position was to reform Roman land use policy, to divide up the big plantations and give it to the Roman mob who had been productive citizens before that. In both cases, assassins hired by optimate senators killed them with hundreds of witnesses. And no one who ordered the murders were tried. The system of law broke down in Rome because of the status of the senators. In so many words, it wasn't what you did that mattered, it was who you were. And it was the beginning of the end. It ushered in the age of Marius and Sulla and Caesar and Augustus and the end of freedom in Rome. Flash forward to Germany, 1934. Hitler had been in power for just about a year, and he needed to do a deal with the army. And he was afraid also of left-wing socialist elements within his National Socialist German Workers' Party. So what Hitler does is institutes with Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS, the Night of the Long Knives. In one night, dozens of German Nazis who were loyal to Hitler but who had their own ideas. People like Ernst Röhm, the homosexual leader of the SA, the brown shirts, were captured by the SS and killed. Now, this was illegal murder. It was ordered by Hitler. It was done with the connivance of members of the German police and German state, and no one was punished because of who ordered the crimes. Again, like in Rome, the German Republic began to break when the rule of law no longer functioned because of who was ordering the illegal acts, in this case Hitler himself. We all know where Nazi Germany went. On July 5th, Happy Independence Day +1, FBI Director Comey laid out a case for criminal malfeasance, for criminal neglect, and for criminal acts on the part of Hillary Clinton in the negligent setup of her personal email system, which was designed to do one thing: protect her emails from freedom of information requests. Because Clinton was who she is, the presumptive Democrat nominee, the law was contorted by Comey in the last 2 minutes of his presentation to justify his lack of prosecution, a prosecution that would have happened with any other person. In the American Republic in the year 2016, it's not what you do, it's who you are that matters. That is the breakdown of the system of law and order, and it's a very bad sign. In a year where both political parties are nominating odious personalities, the fact that the Federal Bureau of Investigation no longer has integrity, the justice system does not apply the law equally to the poor as they do to the rich, and a time when the Supreme Court contorts the law in similar fashion to justify an unconstitutional Obamacare health care system, Americans should be very worried. Have we in fact gone over the edge? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is up to you. If you do your civic duty and insist on a decent candidate for president and decent candidates for Congress who do not have corruption as their middle name, perhaps we can save the republic. But the institutions have failed us. The Supreme Court, the presidency, the Congress, the courts, now the FBI. It's up to us, ladies and gentlemen. Either we free ourselves from this burgeoning tyranny, or we might as well just take up the role of serfs. Be well.